So in this video, we will learn about a new component. It's called ActionSheetIOS. It basically the similar to the native component of ActionSheet in iOS. ActionSheet are basically the group of buttons that you get when you use iOS device. Let me just show you. Here is an example. This kind of set of buttons is called ActionSheet. The red one over here is called destructive button. The one which always have like options like delete, remove, or resets, like that. And as you can see, here there are two groups. The first group has two buttons, and the last one is cancel. So the last one, this one, is called cancel button index. So we need to provide the index for this button so that the iOS device will come to know that this button is separate from the group. So let us just create a React Native project and open it on Visual Studio Code. And I already opened the iOS simulator, and keep that in mind that you need an iOS simulator to test this app, because it is only available on iOS devices. First of all, let me just import all the necessary component: view, text, button, and the most important, ActionSheetIOS. We'll be creating a small app. We will generate a random number between 0 to 1, 0 to 100, and whenever we press on the ActionSheet button, it will open the action sheet, and we have basically three options: generate a number, reset, which will be destructive, and the cancel, which will be indexed to cancel button. Let me just create a state to hold that random number. Let's say result, set result, use state, let's say random number. Okay, let me just create a function on press. On press, we will provide ActionSheetIOS dot. So ActionSheetIOS with options. Here we provide all the options that we need to display on the action sheet. We can create multiple buttons. Let's say the first one will be cancel. Second will be generate number, and third one, let's say reset, to reset. Okay, we need to enclose this in curly braces. Okay, now the destructive button index. The destructive button index will be this one, reset. So 0, 1 and 2. So the index number will be 2 because the destructive button will be in red tint color. And cancel button index, it will be this one, cancel. So index will be 0 and this will be separate from the group. Then we can provide user interface style, either light or dark. Let's say dark. If you do not provide this, it will based on the system. You can also provide title. Let's say generate number. You can also provide message. It will be displayed under the title. Generating random number. Okay, now button index. If button index is 0, then we do nothing because it's basically the cancel option. It just you are exited from the action sheet. You can perform some action here if you want. Else if button index is, let's say, 1, then this generate number, then we will generate a random number. Set result math dot floor math dot random. We need the between 0 to 100 and plus 1. Else if button index is 2, then we reset the result random number. So that's pretty much it. Now let's create a text field. Let's provide some style to it. Let's say styles dot result. Here we display result. Then we will create a button. When we press this button, the action sheet will appear. On press event, we just called on press function. Title will be show action sheet. Okay, now let me just do some styling for result. Font size, let's say 20. Let me just increase it. Let's say 60. Text align is center. Let me just save this. So again, we have created a state result in which the initial value is random number. The random number will be stored in this result, and we have created a function called onPress, and we define action sheet. We have created three buttons: cancel, generate number, and reset. Destructive button index is 0 because reset is our destructive button, so it will come in red color. The cancel button is 0, which means the first button, it will be separate from the entire group, and the title is generate number, and we provide the message. And if user press on the first one, let's 0, then nothing will happen because it's basically the cancel. And if user press on the index number 1, that means generate number, then a random number will be generated and assigned to this result state. The last one is the reset, and we have created a button and a text to show the result. So let me just save this and see if it works. So it works perfectly. Now let me just click on this. As you can see, we have three buttons: generate number, reset, and cancel. We have our title and the message. So if I click on the cancel, it will simply disappear the action sheet. Let me just click on this again. If I press on generate number, as you can see, it works perfectly fine. We are getting a random number between 0 to 100. Let's say reset random number. So if I provide, let's say, destructive button to be, let's say, 1, it means generate number, and let me save this. So generate number will come in red tint color, which is not right because the destructive button is reset. And this cancel button, let's say I provide 1, then the generate number will come into separate group, which is also not right. We can also provide tint color. So the color of the button will change to yellow. Other than this destructive button, it will always be red, as you can see. Let me just reset these. So this is how you can use ActionSheetIOS. It will be useful if you design app for iOS operating system, and on a single button on the display you provide multiple options to the users. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching it.